Hello again and welcome to hogaNs Healthy Kitchen 2014. Today we're making Carob balls. Our recipe contains these ingredients. We have a cup of almonds, we have a cup of walnuts, a cup of pecans, we have some vanilla essence. You can also use vanilla powder if you choose to do so, which vanilla powder comes from the vanilla sticks. We have a quarter cup of honey, some fine sea salt, six to seven pitted dates. 6 to 7 pitted dates will equal about a cup. We've got a cup of pitted dates here, and then our carob mixture, which we'll use right at the end once we've done all the food processing and we've made our balls. We'll put them in the carob. Okay, so let's begin. What we first do in our food processor here, this is the 13 cup KitchenAid food processor. This is what I do all my processing with. First we're going to add our almonds. With the nuts, we've chosen not to soak them, but you can soak them for 6 to 12 hours if you choose to do so, depending on how hard or soft you want your nuts. You can also then dehydrate them. Once you've soaked them for that 6 to 12 hours, you can dehydrate them for an additional 6 to 12 hours. It all depends on your preference. We haven't soaked our nuts, and we're going to see how this mixture comes out. So first we're in a cup of almonds. We're going to process these almonds now till it becomes like a flour consistency. I'm processing on high. Sometime in this recipe I might need to pulse. What pulsing does is it's the same speed as high, except that it draws the ingredients that you use. And sometimes ingredients get stuck at the top of the processor. And when you pulse, when you're holding your pulse button, let go, and you're holding your pulse button, let go, it draws all those ingredients to the bottom so the blade can work it. Okay, so here we go. Just hit the power. It's always good to have power for power tools. Let's try again. This whole process should take about 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, for the almonds just to keep processing to eventually become like a flour. Okay, for time's sakes, I'm going to move on. I'm happy with it. It's not as fine a flour as it can be, but it's good enough flour for the moment. So what we do next in our recipe here is we're going to add the salt and the vanilla. Like I said earlier, you can, if you choose to do so, use vanilla powder for this. And we're just going to process again so the vanilla and the salt mix in with the almonds. That should be good. Now we're going to place the rest of our nuts, our pecans and our walnuts that we haven't soaked, but if you choose to soak them, you can. You'll put in your pecans, your walnuts, and then finally your dates, pitted. Make sure you pit them. Some dates come pitted and some don't. Make sure you remove your pits from your dates for your blender and for your food processor. Both machines are very strong, but it's important that you remove those pips. They can end up being sharp if you're doing nut milk, or sharp in this mixture that we're doing now for the carob balls, which are only about so big once we've completed them. So sharp things can affect one. Okay. So we're going to process this again now that we've added our walnuts, pecans and our dates. It's good every now and then just to check on your recipe to see all the ingredients are molding together and nothing's sticking to the side. Sometimes when I soak the nuts, the ingredients stick all along the sides of the food processor, and then I'll need to work everything back to the bottom with a spatula in order to get the processor to work it all together to a fine consistency. Okay, let's add our honey. This is going to make the whole mixture stick together, and it's eventually going to become like a ball. It's going to become a hard solid ball together. This brings the mixture into one unit. A spatula is your best friend in the kitchen. It helps with many different circumstances and situations. Okay, now that we've added our honey, let's mix this all. And now what you should see is you should see all of these ingredients, they start forming into a ball, which we're going to remove and then make carob balls. Due to me not processing the almond nuts early as fine as I should have or could have, I have to process just a little longer now to get the ingredients to mold into one. So whether you do it earlier or later, it doesn't matter. With all your ingredients, it will mold eventually. So it's fine to skip certain things in this recipe, to do things in a different order than 1, 2, 3, 4. Coming together nicely. Okay, once you've done your mixture and you've added all your ingredients, what you're going to do next is you're going to remove all these ingredients out from your food processor. You're going to put it in your mixing bowl. Once you've got it in a mixing bowl, you want to maybe just massage it into a ball, push it all together, and once you've done that, I've had one pre-done. This is what it looks like. Once you've done that, this is how we're going to make our balls. We're going to pull just a small bit out from the mixture. We're going to roll it into a ball. You can also obviously change to the ball sizes that you like. This is the ball size I work with. Put it into a nice little ball. We're going to roll it through our carob mixture. You just place the ball into the carob. And then you simply just roll the ball through the carob, left, right, up, down, until you see that the entire ball is coated with carob. And there you have it, a carob ball. Then of course for presentation purposes, you're just going to put your bowl in a nice looking dessert platter. I'll do a couple more bowls for you. You pick out of the main mixture, roll it into a bowl with your hands. You go back down to your carob. You roll it in your carob mixture. Left, right, up, down, till the whole bowl has got a sufficient carob all around. Place it in your serving tray. And that's it. You have carob balls, a beautiful dessert, easy to make, very healthy for you and your family and guests, and very filling, especially after you've had a nice raw food dinner. I thank you again for your time and your appreciation for raw food and the movement and its people. God bless, keep well. I'm out, Hogan.